This short series of videos is intended to help support developing sketching skills by using our sketching booklet here, and the initial videos are going to help support you with introduction tasks for 2D sketching, tasks 1 through to 5. Our first video here, we're going to have a little look at an introduction task, which is to do a sketch of a tri-square, like so. So, number of basic skills and number of important things to remember is, first of all, types of pencil grip. Lots of our work will be based around about doing light construction work, light lines to help work out your drawing, and when we're doing that, we want to have a fairly light pencil grip about halfway up your pencil. And then another pencil grip we need to be aware of is for firming in some dark outlines where you tend to hold your pencil a bit more like you would normally use your pencil for writing. We're trying to avoid using straight edges if we can, so that you can get lots of practice at doing it more naturally by doing your sketches freehand. But if you really need to use straight edges, perhaps focus on using them for the light construction work and then ditching the straight edge for putting in your firm outlines to help your sketch to stand out. And another really important thing about sketching is, don't get yourself caught up with trying to be perfect. We're not looking for perfect, we're simply looking for you to communicate information about a product or an item. So if we look at the tri-square first of all as an introduction task, what we're going to do is we're going to start to construct out some of the main features of the tri-square. So we're going to go for a horizontal and vertical line to get some positions in first of all. So nice and light. And don't be afraid to turn your page around to try and help get a more natural drawing position or sketching position. Next up, I'm going to get the length of the blade into position. I think that given the right angle that's sketched in here, I would think that about here would be the most appropriate position for the end of the blade. And then looking at the stock in comparison to the blade's usually a little bit longer, so the stock, end of the stock, probably around about here. Now, having gotten these positions in, I can now make some decisions about the width of the blade and the width of the stock and try to keep them proportional. I don't want it to be too skinny, I don't want it to be too fat, so round about that kind of position for the width of the stock, and for the blade, and similarly for the stock, maybe about there would be the right kind of proportion, so it's not too fat and not too skinny. And then up at the top of the stock there's a little bit of space up to where the edge of the blade is, so I just need to get that position puzzled out. So that's me got my light construction work. I'm just about happy with the proportions of each of the components of the sketch, and actually in retrospect I think I probably want that blade to be, the stock to be a little bit broader before I carry on. And now that I'm happy, I can start to outline. So I'm changing my pencil grip to the same as it would be if I was to be writing something. And commit to some dark outlines for the edges of the object. Again, don't worry about perfection, that's not what we're after. We're simply looking to communicate the positions of parts of the tri-square and that lines are straight. Now if we can achieve that, then one sketch of a tri-square.